Alright, I don't know how good of a view you guys are going to get, but this driveway, it hasn't snowed down here in probably a week, but so much wind, it drifts over so bad, and they never put a snow fence up here. I used to plow this for a few years, and then I gave it up last year, and this year they begged me to come back because I gave it to a friend of mine, and they didn't like the way he was doing it. So I mean, he only did it a couple times. I don't really understand what the problem was, but for whatever reason, they weren't happy. So they asked me to take it back, and I did. So there is just, see, parts of this, there's not even any snow here. Like, you can't even see anything. You can't even see any snow. But can you see the lake out there? Look at all that ice. It's frozen, not completely. Lake Erie freezes completely many times. Lake Ontario never freezes completely. So, you hear that? That's pretty loud. There's this is a stone driveway in case you couldn't tell. But I'm not too worried. The house on the right is owned by somebody else. The house on the left is owned by my customer. If you look back to my videos, you'll see videos I have of me mowing this. And this is they bought, there's another house I'll show you here in a second, you'll see it. The lady moved out, she was selling the house, she moved out to go take care of her mom, and she moved in with her mom, and her mom passed away like a couple days later. That's horrible, truly horrible. But either way, I don't think, look, can you see that? If you look right to the left of my left headlight, hold on, just knocked my phone down. Let me see if I can clear this up. My windshield's dirty. Okay, look to the left of my left headlight. It looks like a square, right next to the plow marker on the left-hand side. It looks like a square chunk, if you can see that. That's what I just broke away. There was a chunk that was drifted over on this blacktop. And I pushed it up out of the way. It actually came off. That's how freaking cold it is. I've been telling you guys in the last few videos, if you've been watching them, how cold it is. That's how cold it is. That it just plows up. You can see it on the right-hand side there now too. It just plows up in chunks. Looks like chunks of styrofoam. But that's how freaking cold it's been here. If you guys been watching videos, I know they've been mostly about my chickens, and a lot of people don't want to watch that stuff, but hey, it is what it is. So they're more of a vlog style, and that's that. So, but this is like I said, it hasn't really snowed here, but it drifts over. There's a lot of stone that is pushed up off this house right here, this white one to the left that I just passed. They just bought that house. So now they own that house plus the cabin in the back there I showed you. And they don't live in either one of them. They live in the town I live in, actually. This is 2 towns over. But they live in the town that I live in, actually. And that's just a cabin they like to spend a lot of time at. And they're not even here. They're out of town. They went to visit their kids in Arizona for Thanksgiving, and halfway there the husband had a heart attack. So they are in Arizona, and the doctors will not let them leave Arizona yet. So they spent Christmas there, they spent Thanksgiving there, they spent New Year's there, and it is what it is, I guess. So now what I'm going to do is I definitely have to open this up a little more. But first, there's this little cabin right here on the left. Right there. And the guy that owns this cabin, he does not live there. This is a cabin that he bought, and he's fixing it. He thought he was fixing it up to sell it. His wife says they're fixing it up to use as a rental. So it is what it is. But either way, I've been wind rolling everything over this way because See, it's so packed in there, and my plow's riding right up on it. But I've been wind rolling everything over this way because it blows from the right-hand side over here. So, but anyway, so this guy goes to my church. He is the one that I got, if you watch my videos back a little way, he's the one that gave me all that free calcium. So he told me at the church, when I saw him Sunday at church, he said, "Hey, you the guy that's wind rolling all that stuff over into my driveway for my cabin?" I said, "As a matter of fact, that would be me. I've been doing it because the wind blows that way, and if I wind rolled it all to the other side, it would just keep drifting the driveway back over, which I don't want." So he said, "Oh," he goes, "well, I figured that's why you were wind rolling it that way." He says, "You think you could get me a small opening, open it up a little bit for me?" I said, "Yeah, I can do that." So, here, I'll open this up for him a little so he can do what he's got to do. And he said he was just gonna, he lives right near here. To be honest with you, I don't even know where he lives. It's right near here somewhere. But anyway, he said I was just gonna drive the tractor down there and open it up with that. And I told him, I said, "No, I'm sure it's drifted over again, and I'll be down there in another day or so." I said, "So I'll just open it up for you while I'm there." So that's what I am doing. I don't know exactly how wide this is, but it's got to be something like this. If I peel a little grass up, I highly doubt he's going to care. As long as it's opened up so he can do what he's got to do and he can get in the driveway here, I don't think he'll care either way. Oh yeah, got a little bit of leaves and stuff over there. That's alright. Back for him so he can do what he has to do. We'll take one more run down the edge of this driveway here, pushing all this snow back a little. Now, I'm sure somebody's going to ask me, do I get a lot of stone in the grass when I do this? Well, when I do the first plow of the year, what I do, usually the ground is still really soft, so what I'll do is I'll back drag the driveway, the whole thing, the whole long driveway. I'll back drag the whole thing, and I'll start, like, I'll turn around right out there, and you know, if it's really deep, that first snow, and you know there's quite a bit there, then what I'll do is I'll just drop the blade down, and as soon as it hits the ground, I'll lift it up a hair bit, and see, a bunch of this came off. Even though I got my wings on there, a bunch of this came off anyway, off the edge, just because it was so thick where I was pushing it back. But anyway, yeah, so what I'll do is I will back drag the whole thing, and but like I said, if it's a little bit thick, what I'll do is I'll drop the blade down on top, or on the driveway, and then I'll lift it up. I'll bump it up a couple inches, and then I'll just plow down the driveway, and I'll take the top off, you know, just the thickest part of the snow. I'll take that off of it, and then what I'll do is I'll turn around and I'll back drag it. I'll drop the blade right down on the driveway, and I'll back drag the whole length of the driveway. What that does is that smooths it right over, and it gives it, you know, it kind of allows the ground to glass over and gives it that flash freeze, so to speak. And then from there on out, it'll usually stay frozen and hardened up enough that I can push it like I am right now and not tear up a bunch of the stone. You know what I mean? So then it's less stone, you know, and then come springtime, if there's a lot of areas that have stone on them, what I'll do is I have a wheel. Well, a buddy of mine has the wheel. I don't have one. I keep saying I'm going to buy one. I never do. I don't know why. I really need to just buy one. But anyway, it's like a flap wheel that goes on the end of a weed whacker, like on a combi system. And the one I use in my buddies is made by Husqvarna. But they have it for steel. I think they have one for Echo. I'm sure everybody probably has one by now. But anyway, you can lay that thing right on the ground, right on the grass. And run that thing, and what it'll do is it throws all the stone right back in the grass, or right back into the driveway, and it does not tear up one single blade of grass. Literally, just running it right on the ground. It doesn't tear up any grass at all. It works phenomenal. So it's the easiest, fastest way. If you have stone driveways and you push some stone up into the into somebody's grass, it's the easiest way to get the stone back into the driveway, and then you don't have to sit there and rake it all. Raking is a pain in the butt and it can take forever. So it's the easiest, fastest way to do it. But there's a little bit here I'm gonna have to, just because I mean, I'm sure you probably saw it in the video a little bit, but there's some that, you know, I just scooped up and threw into the grass, and you're always going to have that with stone driveways. There's nothing you can do about it, so I'm going to have to take care of that come spring, but it's no big deal. Part of plowing snow, especially out in the country. It's what you got to do. It is cold. Not as cold as it has been. It's like 21 degrees today, I think, but they say like down near 8 or 9 with the wind chill, 10 maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Cold is cold. Once it gets below a certain temperature, it's cold. I don't care. So what I have to do is I'm taking water back to the chickens. Oop, jug of water, like every day. I don't know. It may be thawed out in there. I've had that thing in there all night. I don't really know that it does a hell of a lot. See, it's still in there. I don't really know what the hell that thing does, but you know, I'm gonna open this up, let them out right off the bat so they stay out of my way. There you go. Boy, look, they're dying to come out of there today. I don't know, with it being 20 maybe it's not, maybe it thawed out because it's not as cold as it. Look at that, that's all food. It's all food. They're so dumb. Yeah, it's thawed out. A little bit, maybe. And some water coming in these cups. Yeah, look at all the grime and crap in there. Chunk of ice. I have a solution for this feeder. I got one of those caps, which you guys will see eventually. As soon as I get that in here. I'm going to get that in today, but I also have another solution for their water and for their food, which will all be done today. So, look at these big round turds. I don't know what's up with that. All these big round turds. That doesn't look like... Well, I guess they're chicken turds because they all got white specks on top, and they say chicken poop has white specks on top. So... Get back. See, they're going over this thing because they know there's usually water in there. But if I can get that jug, there, get that thing to come out, I can fill this right up with water. I got the whole chunk of ice and food. Look, they're getting the food that was in there. Huh. Enjoy it, guys. All right, let's see our collection of eggs today. See what we got. Well, we got 2 over here. And then we got 4 over here. So that's good. Alright. There you go. Puff it up, puff it up, puff it up. There you go. You're good to go. Alright. So, well, at least I know they got water. It ain't going to last all day. But, so this is my plan. Buckets again, right? Like I don't already have enough. So, I can't find my hole saw, so I bought a new one. A 90. A 90. Marine grade fast curing adhesive sealant. A 3-inch rubber cap. This is what I'm going to put over that food thing, and I'm going to cut it across in kind of an oval. So it'll have this whole lip here, like half moon, like I was saying. And that is what's going to stop them from bringing all that food out. In the meantime, because I want new buckets instead of washing out one of the buckets I already have, because they have calcium in it, everything else. I don't want that stuff mixing in with my chickens. So what I'm going to do is, I've seen videos on these. This goes through there and it's actually sticking right out the edge, if you can kind of imagine. And you notch out that back side. So as you fill this up with food, it'll funnel into the back side and then they reach in through here. This just sticks out just a little bit out the edge right there. There'll be a couple around it. And I can fill this 5-gallon bucket up with food, which will last a long time. And they'll work pretty well. That is going to be for the outside feeder, which needs to be changed. So, what I have to do right now is, and the videos I saw on that online were really cool. Some guys use them with like the 55-gallon brute garbage cans, and they could pour 50-pound bags in there and just load it up, and you go so far and few between before you have to fill it. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put bricks inside the coop, okay? There's going to be a couple bricks stacked up on the sides. This is going to sit on top of it. Underneath it, I'm going to have a cord come in. Hold on. Okay, underneath it, I'm going to have a cord come in with just an outlet there. And the videos I saw everybody doing this on YouTube, they just used a regular light bulb and it heated up pretty good as long as the temperature didn't get too far down, but still really, really cold temperatures. And it'd have enough heat in there. It'd heat the bricks up that the bucket was sitting on, and it would keep the water thawed out. The water never froze, okay? My initial thought was, isn't that plastic bucket going to melt? And a lot of guys do it with the metal waters on top. But no, nobody's ever had an issue with the plastic melting because the heat's not directly resting against the bucket. So anyway, I'm going to use this. This is a heat emitter. Okay, it screws in just like a light bulb, doesn't light up or nothing, but it puts off a lot of heat. And this is what I use when my chickens were little chicks. Okay, and I didn't use it that much, so I end up liking the heat lamp better with the red heat lamp. It seemed like it put off a lot more heat. But anyway, so what I did was a while back, I ordered online. They're a lot cheaper. These are those water cups, okay? These are those water cups that, oh, that one's kind of all boogered up. Yeah, these are those water cups that they that you see in the pipe out there. So I'm going to drill holes in here and I'm going to stick them in right in there. And then they can drink out of it, maybe 2 or 3, and they can drink out of it the same way as they've been drinking out of it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So usually on a setup like this, like the pipe I have out there, I bought these little fittings that you drill a hole through and you stick the fitting in, and then you seal around the fitting, and then this threads right into it. and I didn't grab any of those, and I meant to, but I didn't. So what I'm going to attempt to do is drill a hole right into that bucket and thread this thing in, and it has a rubber O-ring on it anyway, and hopefully that will hold. I'm not so sure that it will, but we're gonna find out. That will actually go inside there almost, so we're gonna have to go with that one and hope this isn't gonna be too big. So, and yes, I'm doing this right in the house because my garage is not heated. My buddy has a heated garage I can use, but I'm not driving all the way to his house just to use. I'm not driving all the way to his house just so I could drill a couple holes in the heat, in the warmth. Not going to happen. So, I don't know how well this is going to drill in there, or screw in there. I'm hoping that I can get it started and it'll be a nice, like, snug fit. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go. They have water out there now, as you see. I just gave them water, so they're fine for a little while. But you know what? I'm gonna pull that thing off there for right now. That pops right out too. That's the inside. That's what it looks like. So when it tips down, it kind of, see? When they hit this with their beak and it pulls it away, it lets water seep through there. If you ever wonder what the inside of that actually looks like, that's what it looks like. So let's see if I can't thread this thing in there. I don't know that that's going to work, because I think it's designed to where you're supposed to use those pieces like I showed you. Drill the hole bigger and then go from there. I really don't want to go bigger, because then the hole is going to be too big. I don't think it's going to work, but you know what? We're going to try the next bigger one, because if it doesn't work, what's the worst I'm going to have to do? Go buy those pieces anyway. So we'll see how well this works. Screwed in there pretty snug. I don't know if it'll leak or not. I guess there's really only one way to find out. And that's that. I could take a dab of that silicone and put it around the back side of it, which I think I just might do. So I'm going to put a couple of these in. Because, I mean, this thing is freaking big enough anyway. What the hell's the difference, right? Might as well give them multiple places to drink from, so they're not trying to kill each other. There's two. Let's give them one more. Why not? Because this thing can kind of be at an angle, right? And then, okay, one of these was kind of screwed up in the back. I didn't like the way the problem with that one. There. So, it's going to be like that. And it'll sit on those bricks with that heat thing in the middle, have heat coming up through, I'll be able to cap the top of it to keep stuff out of their water. That's the other thing I don't like about those waters is it allows them to get too much crap inside it. You know what I mean? So you're constantly having to clean out their water and change their water. This way, I won't have to worry about that. So what I'm going to do is... What? Where did it go? This is an old caulk gun. This caulk gun is probably older than half the people watching my channel. Oh yeah. That's the sticky stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna tip this up. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. So holy crap. Stuff really doesn't want to come through there. Oh, there it goes. Now it's coming through. Well. I'm waiting for somebody to say, you can't put that sealer on there. It'll mix with their water. It'll mix with their water and then they'll drink it and they'll die. But no, they won't. And I'll tell you why. Because this stuff will not break down in water. And it gets what? Because this is marine grade sealer. And that's why I got it. I knew that there was a good chance I was going to have to do this, and I also knew that even if I did not have to seal these off like this in here, I was probably going to anyway, just for the added insurance, so to speak. You know what I mean? So this is supposed to be fast setting sealer. The crap. Whoa. I got shavings over me. So, hold that thought. We got our 3 feeders in, or 3 waters in here. They got the O-rings in them that come with them. Plus I sealed them from the inside. See? It's kind of messy, but it does the job. Now that stuff hardens up. I'm going to let that dry for quite a while, just so I can make absolutely sure none of it is going to dissolve in their water. You know what I mean? That wind is whipping. Well, now that they're getting water in there, and that thing is like thawed out, I'm going to top this back off. Okay, maybe that's too much. Ready? It's gonna come out. But it's topped off right up to there. So I'm gonna stick this back in there. For now, you get down in there. They'll keep it thawed. There's plenty of water in there to last until tomorrow. That'll keep that thawed so they can keep getting water till tomorrow. With the new water. Look at how it's dripped down there. Look at that little thing that it formed there. Doesn't that look cool? That's crazy. Alright, so now, what are you guys doing? Are you out there? Oh, a few of you are out there. Did that freeze over yet? No. It's like 20 out here, but the wind is whipping. I don't know if you can tell. You can't really see. Well, you see the trees moving a little bit. The wind is whipping out here. Like, bad. Alright. Yeah, you get back. Oh, camera in your face. It's like a paparazzi. Look at this. All right. Look at it. Filled up with water. Filled up with... What are you stomping for? Did you hear that? He's like stomping like crazy. Here, sit there and watch them chickens for a minute. Actually, I'm going to put you over here. All right, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this thing. This is what I'm doing. Yeah, see that? See that? What do you think of that, Harden? Oh, you know what? I'm going to need a little insert to put in there that this will go on. Because, oh, I forgot it widens out right there. So that's not even going to work. That's not even going to work the way I wanted it to without a little insert piece in there. Alright. I'll move this here. You guys can hang out with these chickens for a minute, okay? I have no idea what they'll do when I close this door. But you guys are going to find out. I'm back. Enough of the hucklebuck. Alright, I'm going to put you back over there. I'll show you what I mean that I got to do here. Oh, look at that. You're looking right in the chicken's ass. Alright, see, like we need to put that little piece in there like that. And then put this over top like... I'll loosen this up. Be honest with you, I don't even think I'm going to need this ring on here. Look at you guys. Searching for food down there. You know, you'd be able to eat it right out of here. It'd still be in there if you didn't knock it all over the floor. Yeah, imagine that. See, now put that on there like that. But I don't know how well they'll be able to get to that. That's going to pop right off. That one doesn't go in far enough. That's already got a long one. Look at these little, man, the turds you guys are putting out this winter. I don't freaking get it. You guys got some hardy, beefy turds, man. Alright, we'll do that. And then we'll put this piece on. Like, I'll get this thing right on there. There. You have to stick your fat little heads down through there to get your food, but I don't know if I cut that down enough. I think I probably have to cut it down a little more. Oh, you coming to the party? Oh, could just cut your head off there, sucker. Gotta be careful. What are you pecking at the screwdriver for? What are you doing? Alright, easy. See this knife here? This knife means your dinner. This knife means there's a good chance I'm going to cut myself. Alright. Kind of half-ass that a little there, but you'll be able to get in there better. But that'll be a lip. It'll kind of stop you guys from knocking that out. So I'm going to go fill this up from the outside, and then we'll come back and take a look. You guys want to hang out with the chickens again for a minute? Alright, you stay here and babysit the chickens. Hey, how'd it go? Oh yeah, look, see? It's full right up in there, almost to the lip there. Now they reach in and peck it, but when they try to like knock it out, this lip will stop it. I don't think they're gonna pull that off. I got this ring here in case they do. I can tighten that on there, but I'm not worried about it right now. I think it'll be fine. Well, look, you guys are enjoying your water. Good deal. You let me pet you today? Okay. Look at your wings all pressed up like. You touching me? Hi. Okay. So you guys are good. You got water. You got food. I'll fix your water tomorrow. Your other water, you'll have the nice new one. It's going to sit right here in this corner. I'll push all this stuff back. It's going to sit right in the corner with the water there, water there, water there. So all three around. The brick will be... Oh, you just pecked me, you bastard. Wow, that's the first time they've ever pecked me. Maybe because I was waving my hand around. Huh? You've never pecked me before. Huh. Didn't even hurt, just scared me a little bit. But anyway, so it's going to be here with the brick and the heat thing under it, and the bucket here with their water. So they'll be good to go. Alright guys, have fun. Look at you, hard ass. Always sitting over there. Just watching out.